Hello, and welcome to Germantown Municipal Television's special coverage of election 2020. My name is Amelia Shirkevich, a student at Houston High, and I am excited to bring you interviews with Germantown alderman candidates. Joining me now is a candidate for Alderman Position 5, Brendan Musso. Mr. Musso received a business degree from Christian Brothers University and works in the front line managing one of McKinson's distribution centers. He is an officer of the Memphis World Trade and an active member for the Regional Logistics Council and Epicenter Advisory Council. He and his wife Elizabeth have 2 children, including a son who attends GMSD school. He is here to share with us his plans as alderman for the city of Germantown. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you so much. This is amazing. Thank you for having me. Also, thank you to the city of Germantown for allowing my family and I this opportunity. It's been such a journey throughout this process, but we have met such wonderful people and wouldn't trade it for anything. But thank you so much for having me.
Could you please tell us more about yourself?
Sure. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I went to high school at Archbishop Rummel High School, played sports and everything growing up, primarily soccer. So I actually came up to go to CBU here in Memphis, Tennessee. It's how we ended up here to play soccer. That's actually where I met my wife, Elizabeth, there. And then straight out of college, I went into the logistics field. So I have about over 15 years of logistics experience, and I've done everything from on a lower level to a higher level in logistics and got a lot of good experience there. And then as we continue to grow, we lived in East Memphis for some time and then made our way to Germantown as our family grew. And currently Braxton's in Germantown schools and Sloan will be there next year as well. Due to COVID, we didn't go through with her, but we look forward to it. Germantown has been an amazing place to be and how safe we feel. It's been an absolute pleasure to live here. We look forward to the future here.
What compelled you to run for the office?
I tell you what, in talking amongst the people, knocking door to door, it was really to make a difference. The number one thing I hear talking with people is that they've lost confidence in government here locally, and they feel as though they don't have a voice. That upsets me deeply here. I want to make a difference. I want to be able to listen to the people, make sure they feel that they have a voice here, what's going on. Whether it's overdevelopment, apartments, we have a number of issues going on here. But it's sad that people don't feel like they can make a difference here. It's a small knit community, and when you really drop down to people, they ask, what side are you on? It's not about sides here. And I feel I've always been good at mending forces together and have people work together. And that's what I want, but more so I want people to feel like that they mean something here. This is our community, we need to protect that.
As Germantown grows and changes, what do you see for the city moving forward?
Mother, it's a great question. Thank you for that question. I see our small, unique town. The town that we all moved here for, this unique, small knit, very efficient city, that small town feel. My family and I didn't move here for urbanization and to walk and live and play. We moved here for that small town feel. We moved here for safety. We moved here for the schools. And again, my children go to Germantown schools. So I want to protect that. Again, you'll hear me say protect as I go through this. And I think it's time to protect our city from overdevelopment. And I'm not against development. I'm for the right development. And so I'm here to protect what Germantown is to me and what Germantown is to 90% of the people who live here.
Due to the pandemic, the city's budget is much tighter. Mm-hmm. What needs do you see and how do we balance within the budget?
$1 million question, right? I wish I had $1 million to put towards the budget. But we need to take a look at our spending, right? We're very good at having nice things here, but we're not addressing what the city actually needs as we grow. I think we need to take a look at the projects that are on the agenda to fund and really look at what we need here. We have infrastructure problems. We have a variety of things that we need to be spending money on. I think we need, for example, another thing we need to take a look at is other sources of revenue. Another example is the hotel occupancy tax. 60 cents of every dollar of hotel occupancy tax goes to GPAC. So that's some of the things we need to look at. Again, there's no right answer. I think we need to work as a team and to figure out what that looks like. But at the end of the day, I think we have a spending habit. We have a bad spending habit. You know, I'll ask you, if your funds are tight, or your partner or your household, what do you do? If your income, if your revenue is at its max, what do? You start to see where you can cut, right? Oh, I shouldn't be going to the gym, or shouldn't be eating out. That's what we need to do on a lot higher scale here. We really need to take a look at what we're doing.
GMSD is one of the best school systems
No
in
doubt.
the state. How do you plan to strengthen the communication between the BMA and the BOE to increase the support for our schools?
Great question. I've had a lot of conversations here around that question, and the fact that the BMA is not aligned with the school board is beyond me. They need to work in unison. They need to work as one. I've had a lot of conversations with past and current board members, and the biggest, other than the capital projects and what we need for Houston Middle, the elephant in the room, right, is just communication. That's what a lot of what I hear is everybody just needs to communicate. And that's all they're asking for. And I think if we're aligned and we have those meetings and we're very transparent about what the school board needs, that's what makes our schools the best. They need to have a voice. We need to listen. That's my job as an alderman, is to listen and do what I feel and work with my other members to do what's right. There's no way we can move forward and be the best school district when we're not listening to one of the governing bodies that helps guide that. It's beyond me that there's no communication there, and I hope to fix that.
What do you hope to accomplish in your 4 years as alderman?
I thought about this question. I think it's great. The biggest thing for me, and I could spend another 30 minutes here, what I want to do, the biggest thing is transparency. I want the people to be involved in the decisions and feel like, your first question, feel like they have a voice. I want to regain confidence in government amongst the people. I want to feel what the people want. It shouldn't just be people in a boardroom and have personal agendas or whatever you want to call it, or a 3-2 split, and thinking, look, I want to listen. I hope that there's only one thing I can do, is get people to look at local government here and be positive about it.
What issues most concerned the citizens that you spoke to?
It's another 30-minute question. Transparency, I think that's, again, the number one thing that we're looking at. Also, I would say change management. We're not all going to vote the same way. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. That's what's been really tough for me through this process, is I like to make everybody happy. In this position, it doesn't come with that. So I hope to be transparent. I hope to at least be able to communicate change management, why we made those decisions, what we took into context, and why we came to the outcome that we did. So my number one thing is transparency and change management. Overdevelopment's another big thing. A lot of people, I'm, again, not for development. I am for development, but the right type of development. I didn't move here for the urbanization feel, and so I really, overdevelopment's a very hot topic for the people. Another one's the golf course. That's been a big elephant in the room as well. And the fact that they're not releasing plans till after the election, I'm very concerned. I'm a property owner right by that golf course, so I'll be keeping close tabs on that. But there's a lot of people that will impact that decision, will have effects on. And the last is, a big thing with concerned citizens is, in 2 years, our expenses will exceed our revenue here in the city. Again, it goes back to that spending money habit, but we really need to take a look at what we're spending money on and fix what we need here to be able to grow and adapt.
Do you have any last comments?
Is this for the students or just in general?
Everybody.
I would say, again, thank you so much for allowing me to be here. I would say the number one thing I want the people to know is that I'm here for them. It's not about this long resume of achievements. It's not about a title. It's not about money. I'm just a normal guy wanting to do what's right. And I want that voice of the people back. That goes to the number one thing that I want if I'm elected. So I really hope that people feel comfortable. And again, I'm just like them. I have children in schools. We currently own property here in Germantown. I'm invested just like everybody else, and I want the best safety. I want the best schools, and continue to have the best services here. My family and I feel so safe being here. I mean, what more do you want to move to a city who's one of the safest cities in Tennessee, had the best schools in Tennessee, and have some of the best services in Tennessee? Why wouldn't you want to live here? We shouldn't give handouts to be here. This is our city, and we need to protect what we all moved here for.
Thank you so much. That's all we have time for. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's all that we have time for this interview. I'd like to thank my guest, Mr. Brendan Musso, who is running for Germantown Alderman Position 5. If you'd like to watch more of our election coverage, please follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Germantown Municipal Television. You can watch us on Comcast Channel 17, AT&T Uverse Channel 99, and our YouTube page. We'll be back with more interviews from Alderman Position Germantown candidates.